Hello folks, welcome back to another inbox review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Focke Wulf 190F by Heller in 1/72nd scale. The story behind this kit was, I basically had a bit of money left over and I was buying things on eBay, and I decided to give myself a challenge to try find the cheapest model kit. I found this for about €4. This is a vintage model kit from 1974. I will link scalemates in the description if you want to find out more about this kit. This is a reboxed version though, I think. There's a few other different boxes, but it is from France, so it's French. It still has the OG backing paper, which is kind of cool. At least I think it is, but there are some descriptions of the other items you can get in the kit. The box art, to be honest, is absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's very, very pretty. The side isn't really that much interesting, but let's open it up and see what it's like. Now, these kits really interest me because sometimes I ask myself, how did somebody buy this kit in 1974 and then just put it in an attic or in storage and just never build it again, and then 40 years later, over 40 years later, someone just pops it up on eBay and then it's bought by people like me? I don't know, I don't really understand that, but then again, I don't really think I have an opinion on this matter because I do the exact same thing as well. So if you've seen my other vintage model kit box reviews, you'll know I do the exact same thing. So who am I to judge, right? It's just interesting. I don't know. I always love to know the story behind these kits. I didn't ask the seller, but this kit does not come with decals, sadly. I'm not complaining though, because those of you that know, decals from kits that are this old, yeah, they usually don't look, they've seen better days. They've usually yellowed and things like that. So here's the instructions. It's one sheet. It's not a book. It probably doesn't look like it on camera, or maybe it does, but it's all kind of yellowed. It's like an old newspaper, and actually the box has kind of yellowed as well. And it smells like it smells vintage. It's like it's been in an attic. It smells like an old book, and those of you that like books will love that. It's probably one of the favorite smells on earth. So here's the instructions. You got a very interesting construction of fuselage there, and the sprockets there for the props. It's one thing about these old kits is I find they're a bit confusing in terms of construction. I don't know, maybe I'm just so used to the newer kits. Here's a more detailed examination there of putting on the internal components. You also have some decals there as well, and some painting schemes as well. Although most people probably just follow the picture on the front of the booklet. Yeah, this didn't come with decals, but if it did, that's where they would be going. I'm sure you can buy aftermarket decals though, so it's no problem really. Now, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is in true 1/72nd scale, because as you know, different companies have different scaling, and in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and even the 80s, model kit scaling is very weird. Those of you that are kind of veterans in the hobby would probably know that, but these days it's a bit more of a standard, but back in the day it was, scales were a little bit odd. But anyway. We got a mailing list here. Again, it's in French, so I don't really understand it myself, to be honest. Just some more information there. If you are French and you can read this, lucky you, I guess. I can't read it, so. There's some more information on the back here. Have no clue what it is, but who cares? Let's just get on to the actual kit itself. So the kit is still in its old bag, which is, I think that's the original bag, anyway. So unfortunately, some of the canopies have kind of broken off the sprue over the years. Luckily, the canopies are nice and clear, and my camera can't really focus here. I'm using my phone camera, so... Okay, that one's not the clearest, but... Yeah, they've broken off this very nimbly piece of sprue. You got your bottom portions of the wings and the pieces. I don't know if you can notice that on the quality of the camera. I'm recording in 720p here because my phone storage is quite low, but raised panel lines, which is a characteristic of old model kits. Actually, the quality of the sprue is really good for 1974. And this is definitely old tooling, so yeah. Okay. Hang on, I'm trying to get this to focus for you. There you go. You see the raised rivets and panel lines? Yeah, it kind of reminds me of my Revell, that kit I made by Revell, my P51 Mustang by Revell that I've already reviewed on this channel. You can check that out. It has kind of similar characteristics. It's very bumpy, I don't know. A lot of people don't like raised panel lines. I'll be honest with you, I don't mind them. They're not the worst, but I know it can be frustrating, especially because it's nearly impossible to create panel line washes right without remolding them. Once again, more rivets, things like that. The wheels are actually pre-installed, which is kind of interesting. A lot of these older kits normally have a lot of dust on them from the mold release. That's almost non-existent on this kit. Maybe I just got lucky in mine, I don't know. Because I know quality control in them days was slightly different. It's not like greasy at all, but I would wash it if I were to build it, which I'm not going to. But I would probably wash it in warm soapy water beforehand, just to be safe. The last sprue tree here, you got I think that's a torpedo, or a missile, or a bomb, or something. There's a lot of flash on the pieces. Not a lot of flash, to be honest. There's a lot worse flash. My Queen Mary model kit had way more flash than this, so and that's really from the same era, so that's from Revell, so I've reviewed that on the channel as well. The pieces have kind of fallen off the sprue or dangling off. Again, that's just a characteristic of these old model kits, I suppose. As they sit in the boxes over the years, they eventually fall off over time. And actually, I've noticed the sprues on these older kits are generally lower quality. At least the actual connection to the sprue tree is, so more often than not, they'll just fall off. And it'd be interesting to see, because currently I have a vintage classic Bismarck model kit on the way, which is from 1964, if I'm not mistaken. And it'll be interesting to see how well the sprueing is on that. I might do an inbox review of that kit as well. That kit I'm actually going to be building, so it'd be interesting to see, just like kind of comparing these old vintage model kits together, because quality, I find, in this era of modeling is just so varied. It's very interesting. But folks, that is a review of the Heller vintage Focke Wulf 190 model kit. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.